Pisces, hi, how are you doing? Hope you're alright. I'm here to pull you some cards. We're going to have a quick look at past energies, current energies, and where these energies may be taking you. Bearing in mind everyone has free will, okay? You and other people. This is not set in stone. It's not hard and fast predictions. It's mouldable, okay? Because it's just looking at a flow of energy and it can be tweaked. It's a general reading, so whatever comes up in the energies is what comes up. I'm not focusing on any particular area of life. To a certain extent, it is for you to take the energies I speak of, apply them to your life as you see fit, all right? You know, I might be speaking of things in terms of a relationship. You might take those energies and apply them, you know, to a job situation, something like that. But specific themes do sort of come through, and obviously I do pass that on to you when that happens. You'll get the gist of it if you're new here. Hi, by the way, if you are new. I'm Natasha. Collective energy is what I'm pulling on. It is an absolute trip. I recommend trying it. I do. It's the funniest thing. It does mean not necessarily every single message is going to resonate with you, okay? Take what applies, leave the rest. The most important thing really is the way you feel in your body when you hear me talking about these energies. That's what tells you what you need to know, if that makes sense, rather than the exact content of the reading, if that makes sense. Yeah, because this is all about you, and we will pick up on other people, but yeah, I try not to nose about in other people's energy loads and loads, and I try to focus on you. Yeah. All right, let's get you some cards for the past then. Past for Pisces. Oh, you know, I love doing these readings because it's like I don't even have to turn my heating on because I just get so hot when I'm reading energy. It just saves loads on my heating bills. It's great. Bloody cold here this morning. Or it was until I sat down at this desk with these cards. I don't understand. It's the funniest thing. Alright, past energy for Pisces. Don't mind me. Past energy for Pisces. Past energy for Pisces. I'm going to take that. But this is too many cards. A reverse page of swords. Pisces. What you been up to in your past? Yeah, you've been keeping an eye on someone or something. Let's just get you some more cards. The Sun reversed. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's a bit of a difficult energy, actually, this past energy for you. What's on the bottom of the deck? A reverse Three of Cups. I think there's a bit of a feeling of isolation and loneliness about this, actually. You're missing a connection with someone or something. There's the idea here of trying to gather information about someone or something, but it's kind of being done as a way to connect. It involves the internet, I believe, with this Page of Swords card. It provides a bit of a boost to you, a bit of a dopamine boost with this Sun in reverse. It's got, let me put this down so you can see the cards better. It's got a bit of a feeling of, I'll show you upright. It's got a bit of a feeling of sort of instant gratification about it, like you're pursuing a dopamine hit, basically. It gives you a brief moment of connection with someone or something, but it doesn't last very long. We'll get more when we get under it. So just so you know, I'm going to do each row 3 cards with this deck. I'll give you kind of a brief outline, a brief summary, and then we're going to go back in with some of my other decks, try and ask some useful questions, get some more detail, get some more depth, get some more clarity. you know, I'll ask the best questions that I can think of that are going to help you. But that's your past energy. It's driven by curiosity to a certain extent. This behaviour in your past energy is driven by curiosity to a certain extent, but with that Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is a underlying need to connect and an underlying loneliness, I feel that this behaviour is also driven by, providing brief moments of sort of connection that give instant gratification, but it doesn't last very long. It's not particularly serving you. It's not. But there you have it. It's sort of human behaviour, really, isn't it? We don't always do things that serve us long term. We will do things that just give us what we need in the moment sometimes, and I'm not going to have a go at you for that, Pisces. I'm not. I am not. Let's look at your current energy, Pisces. I think this all may pertain to a situation where you don't feel someone was giving you enough. I don't know what this situation was. It's like they weren't giving enough in terms of connection. And so you're seeking that connection in a sort of intellectual fact-finding. There's a sort of fact-finding air about this. Okay, let's move on to current energies. Current energies for Pisces, please. The King of Wands. Okay. A Four of Pentacles. And a Devil. The obsession continues. I mean, I did nearly say obsessive, and maybe I did actually in this past row. It does feel a bit obsessive, because when you do something and it just gives you that very short-term hit, it might almost feel like relief to you. But it's giving you some sort of hit internally, chemically. But it's only short term. So when it's only short term like that, we return to that behaviour over and over again, and that's what I'm seeing in your current energy. With the Devil, the way the Devil's come out, the Four of Pentacles, it's like, you know, this behaviour is not serving you, but you're finding it hard to stop doing it. Okay. King of Cups. King of Wands. I see this King of Wands figure actually as positive here. I see him kind of... This is coming through as some aspect of you, Pisces, some aspect of your personality, or I don't know. I see him kind of taking a step back, and I don't know why he's coming through to me like this. I see him taking a step back and seeing a broader picture of what's going on. Whereas in this Page of Swords reverse energy, and to a certain extent this Devil, there's a certain like tunnel vision or hyper focus or something like that. But with this King of Wands energy, I feel like you are sort of evaluating stuff a bit, taking a bit of a step back. Yeah. And it's good the Four of Pentacles is in reverse, actually, because it tells me that you're able to move out of this energy of hanging on to something. This Page of Swords, fact-finding, it's a way of hanging on to something. That feeling of connection, I think. But it's not real. It's kind of giving you little temporary feelings of connection, but it's not true connection. And I do see you with this Four of Pentacles reverse beginning to let, and with the King of Wands, beginning to let go of doing this, beginning to let go of the desire for connection. or at least the desire for temporary bursts of connection that aren't really connections, something like that. Future energy for Pisces, please. Future energy for Pisces. I want to see you turn this round, Pisces. I really do. Thanks. Yeah. Eight of Swords is one of the toughest energies for me. It's just my personal take. But you know, we knew this sort of energy was present anyway with what we've seen so far, so it's not a huge surprise. Let's see what we get next. Let's see what else we get. So the Eight of Swords, it's a bit of a feeling of feeling trapped, not feeling able to sort of... There's a certain behaviour pattern here that's looping round and round and round for you. And I feel that you're... this Eight of Swords tells us it's very difficult to get out of the loop. We knew this already. So it's not like seeing the Eight of Swords here is something horrific. It makes sense with the flow of energy. But let's see if anything comes up to show you kind of getting out of this Eight of Swords. But if not, we'll dig, and that's questions we'll ask, and that's what we'll look at, you know, when we clarify. Anything else for Pisces on that future line, please? Reverse Death. Right, okay. Yeah, that's positive. That's really positive. It's in reverse. I prefer to see it upright, but it's a beginning. It's a start. It is you getting out of this loop. And at least recognising that you need to stop it. Yeah. It's hard. This isn't trivial shit, you know, getting out of these loops. It's not. Okay, oh, sorry, my back. One more card for Pisces in the future, please. One more card for Pisces in the future, please. Or two, I'll take two. The Queen of Swords reversed, and then the upright Ace of Swords. I really, really like that upright Eight of Swords as a way to end your reading, in a sense. End the surface level reading part of your reading. Oh gosh, there's a mess underneath my desk. Yes, I do, because I'm just going back to the beginning with the reverse Page of Swords, and then sure, we have a reverse Queen of Swords, but you know, I kept banging on about you turning it around. This is absolutely you turning it around, Pisces. It is. It is. You know, it's going to get a bit worse before it gets better, because we're going from a reverse Page of Swords to a reverse Queen of Swords. But then the upright Ace of Swords, is it getting better? Absolutely. The reverse Queen of Swords here feels quite harsh on yourself, Pisces. It's almost like before you turn things round, you might go through a bit of a phase of being quite self-critical. I think it'd be interesting to get under this energy and look at how you can tame it a little bit, because if you're going to go full on reverse Queen of Swords on yourself, I don't know, it's just a bit unnecessarily unkind to yourself. If you could kind of tame that energy and infuse it with compassion towards yourself, I think that's going to serve you well. So we will look at that when we get to that. But overall, I just think after everything we've seen here, what a beautiful card to have on that last row, on the last card of that last row, which it was an extra one that really wanted to pop out, and I'm glad it did for you. This is like clarity. To me, it feels like you getting out of this loop that we've spoken about, because I don't know, it's just like we've got these reverse swords which are represented, and the Eight of Swords, which feel just like thoughts and behaviours on a loop. And then to see this, I just really like it in a way that I'm obviously not putting into words very well, but I hope you get the gist, and I hope when we clarify it'll make more sense as well, but I can just see you turning things around here. I can. I like it. Overall energy of your reading, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Yeah, there's a struggle here to let go of something. And it is linked to some sort of need that you have. And that's probably for you to identify. And it's all tied up with some sort of emotional pain with the 3 of Swords here as well on the bottom. It might be a bit of a self-soothing thing that you're doing at the moment. I think you know it's kind of a negative behaviour. It's kind of a negative behaviour pattern. It's not really serving you long term with this Devil card. But of course, it serves you in some capacity, because why else are you doing it? So I think what the cards are chucking up for you here is some sort of acknowledgement of the emotional pain that you are in with the 3 of Swords, and the idea that this behaviour that you are doing, it's soothing you in some way, it's soothing your system in some way. And so in the moment it feels very maybe a bit reassuring or something like that, or relief. There's a bit of a sense of relief, and it's one way that you have learnt to sort of get a need met. What that underlying need is, I don't know, and we might see when we dig, but of course it is for you to think about, Pisces, and it's for you to identify, really. Yeah. All right, let's get underneath some of these energies and see what we can find out. This might be a bit of a tough reading. I am getting that feeling. Okay, well, look, just know that I can't really give you any answers, Pisces. I can only hope to sort of help you feel a bit more heard and therefore help you find your own answers, but Spirit's chucking all this up at us for a reason, so let's try and work with it and see what we can do, even though it's hard. It's hard, but you know, we're kind of all in it together. In a way, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't consider myself as like separate from the collective. Do you know what I mean? I don't. You're not the only ones going through this, and this is sort of why I try and encourage people to comment as well, but only if they feel safe, but because your comments can help other people. But you're not alone, Pisces. You are not alone. 8 of Swords just flipped around again. Didn't pop out, so I'll leave it. All right, let's find out a bit more about this Page of Swords reverse energy. Page of Swords reverse energy. Knight of Cups. Oh, loves. Someone's rejected you. Yeah. Someone's rejected you. It's that 3 of Cups on the bottom and the Knight of Cups reverse. You know, when I get a 3 of Cups in reverse and Knight of Cups in reverse, it's very similar energy of the emotional flow between you and another energy. It's been interrupted, it's been stopped, it's been stunted. It's inherent to this is some sort of feeling of rejection. And it's like the connection's gone. I can just feel like a connection's almost snapping. And that's why you're doing this Page of Swords fact-finding behaviour. It's not just about finding the facts, but partly it's a desire for clarity, which it looks like you get somehow in your future line, and I don't quite know how, or we'll see. But it's not just about a desire for clarity. It's about a desire to feel that connection again, which I feel has gone. Someone's rejected it. I don't think it's you, Pisces. And yeah, well, it's interesting that this is what's being thrown up, I have to say. Yeah. Anything else about this Page of Swords, please? An 8 of Pentacles. It's also a bit of a distraction. This reverse Page of swords energy, this fact finding, this Googling, this going online to try and find this Ace of Swords, to find this clarity, but also to try and connect with someone or something in some way. It's a little bit of a distraction, I feel, somehow. Quite from what? I don't know. Possibly from whatever's at the heart of the matter for you, which is possibly a feeling of rejection. Maybe that rejection stings a little less if somehow you can find out some facts about this situation. If somehow you can... I don't know. Yeah, something like that. It's almost like you think that... No. It's almost like you... It takes the sting out of it in some way, but it's only very brief, because it's the Sun in reverse. It's very brief. Okay, anything else about this Page of Swords energy? A Six of Cups reversed. Okay. It's that... This is like a unique connection. It's kind of soul bond energy. I think someone's had quite a profound effect on you. You know, when this Three of Cups was upright, when this Knight of Cups was upright, when this Six of Cups was upright, and I think it was. All of these energies were upright at one point. The cups, you know, the love was flowing, the emotion was flowing, there was vulnerability, there was openness. You know, and then three times I've seen these energies reverse, which sort of means they're on their way out to me here. This bond has snapped. I don't know why I keep seeing things snapping. Why is that? I suppose it might mean it was just sudden, but it doesn't feel like a clean break. That's it, the way I'm seeing it. This snapping, there's like, it's uneven. It's almost like a piece of wood or a ruler, and it's snapping, and then there's just all splinters, and it's all uneven. Like each broken piece, it's all uneven. There's this idea that it wasn't a clean break, and yes, I understand that Page of Swords all the more now, because of course when it's not a clean break, there's things that are left. You might think this or feel there's things left unsaid. It's like you want to find that Ace of Swords to kind of saw off those splinters. And it's like you think if you keep indulging in this Page of Swords reverse energy, looking things up, Googling, maybe looking them up, trying to get an intellectual understanding of the situation. And there's probably things that you are finding out that maybe are serving you well and are aiding your understanding, but there's also things that you're doing in this energy that are a bit looping, and they're just not serving you. But I understand what's behind it, Pisces, and I'm not having a go at you. It's, you want to find out the facts, you want to chop those splinters off, but also, and I think this might be the bit that you're a little bit less aware of with the way that Three of Cups was on the bottom of the deck. There's a part of you that is meeting a need within you for connection when you're indulging in these behaviours, only it's not really truly meeting the need. But yeah, there's a lot to be gained by looking at ourselves and identifying like what underlying needs are temporarily being met when we indulge in certain behaviours and dynamics. So yeah, very interesting that this is what Spirit's throwing up. Can we have a bit more on this reverse Sun for Pisces, please? A Queen of Swords, there she is again. She wants to find the truth. The Queen of Swords, like, she's a big fan of the truth. She doesn't like bullshit. She doesn't like all these splinters. It's there's been a break and there's all these splinters. The Queen of Swords is not one to fucking stand for splinters. Believe you me, I would know, right? Anything else about this Sun energy in reverse? A King of Swords. Oh my god. Wow. That's something, isn't it? And a Queen of Pentacles. Bloody hell. And that's that Three of Cups again on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Don't overlook the fact that this behaviour does give you a sense of connection, albeit briefly. Well, this is some court cards to come out underneath the sun, isn't it? You might just have to give me a moment here. We've got a King and Queen of Swords. And a Queen of Pentacles. See, for me, when the King and Queen of Swords come together, it can kick off a bit, to be honest. Certainly, if you've got two people and one's represented by a Queen of Swords and one's represented by a King of Swords, to me, it doesn't always have the best feel about it. I don't know if some people would kind of romanticise this coupling just because, like, it's a match, but for me, the King and Queen of Swords, because they're both so logical, they're both so intellectual, they can get a bit competitive. Anyway, I'm not feeling this as two separate people. I mean, actually, maybe what I just said does resonate with you in terms of your relationship with another person. It may well do. Everything I say comes out for a reason, but I am really sort of seeing this more as two aspects of yourself, Pisces, and it's like you're arguing with yourself about your own behaviour here, to me. There's a powerful need for you to know the truth, though. They're both truth seekers, the Queen and King of Swords. They're also both capable of being quite detached. But I'm not feeling it as sort of in a bad way, really. It can feel very cold when they're in their reverse. But they're not. It's just actually got a little bit of a feeling of rising above it, sort of rising above the emotions of the situation. I think it's an energy that can serve you well, that sense of sort of rising above the emotions of the situation, as long as you're not detaching yourself from those emotions, as long as you remain in acknowledgement of those emotions, I would say. And I don't know if sometimes you're not fully acknowledging that sort of Three of Cups reverse energy that we've already spoke about, so I won't repeat it again because I do get a bit repetitive. I know that it's the way the energies come through to me and the way the layers unfold, and I know. Yeah, I really think this Queen of Pentacles has come out as a kind of a bit of a pointer towards how to sit in this sun energy in its more sort of upright form, because it's coming through in its reverse form, which is feeling a bit instant gratification-y, like I said. Because the Queen of Pentacles upright very much sits in the sun, you know, because she doesn't want for anything. That's the thing. And part of you is wanting for something in this past energy, like you're looking to external something. You're looking externally to find answers that I think you might find within you, Pisces. And it comes back down to me, to this need for connection. Whatever this behaviour is in you, it's being driven by a need for connection, I feel. And I think the Queen of Pentacles is kind of asking you to look at other ways of meeting those needs, to, you know, and the thing with the Queen of Pentacles is she's very independent and very good at meeting her own needs. However, we're all human. We need connection with other humans, don't we? And so I'm not dissing that and saying some sort of hyper independence is the goal here. You can't meet all your needs for connection entirely by yourself in an entirely independent energy, I don't think. I guess some people would advocate for that, but I don't see how that's possible. Let's talk about it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not here to preach at you and shit, but Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me. But I think Spirit's kind of nudging you to look at other ways to meet these needs that aren't this loopy reverse Page of Swords behaviour, whatever that means for you. Incessant fact finding, Googling, you know. You can't Google your own heart. You can't. I understand the desire to do that. I do. So that's the sort of stuff that's being thrown up here, the sort of questions that Spirit's asking of you. So I hope that makes sense. I was going to say something and I've forgotten now. What interesting cards to get underneath the sun. We have had a lot of court cards out, which it's a bit of a pointer to me that there might be lots of voices trying to give you advice. There might be lots of people in your life telling you what to do. I would really embrace this Queen of Pentacles energy and know that you're the person with the best answers, and maybe some of the ideas that are coming in at you from other people need to kind of just bounce off you, you know, thanks but no thanks sort of thing. Yeah. I don't know what else I was going to say about those court cards, and it's bugging me now, but it's gone. All right, let's get underneath this reverse Six of Pentacles for you. I don't feel I necessarily... Oh, Page of Pentacles. You see, a Page of Pentacles very often shows up to me when you are wanting someone to give you something more than they are giving you, you know, which is... It didn't pop out, but that's already the energy we're seeing with this Six of Pentacles reverse. There's not a reciprocity. There's not equal give and take. And I sort of wonder if that is tied into the reversal of this Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, Six of Cups energies that we're seeing, this sort of moving away from that beautiful energy. That flow was interrupted, and a Six of Pentacles reverse, I mean, it just makes total sense. That flow gets interrupted when there has to be a to and fro. You send out your energy, it sort of needs to come back at you in some form. Someone needs to give you something to work with, and I feel that they weren't. What they were giving you wasn't enough. A reverse Three of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, even just... So the Six of Cups reverse, that can be romantic, doesn't have to be. But it's like that soul connection, just something happens to it. There was some sort of break in that soul connection. But what I'm seeing here is even in a break in what even lies underneath that soul connection, in terms of sort of practical building blocks, possibly like friendship energy. 3 on the clock, as I said that. That collaboration, that teamwork, that... when we are together, we are more than the sum of our parts energy, which is a brilliant foundation for anything. Unfortunately, we're even seeing that energy looking like it's left the building with the reverse Three of Pentacles. So I'm sorry to see that. And I totally understand why you're embracing this reverse Page of Swords energy of kind of fact-finding, checking stuff out, you know. I'm not going to say stalking, because stalking involves like sitting outside someone's house, right, and following them. It's not that, but it's internet stuff. It's looking at someone's social media quite a lot, you know, wanting to know what's going on with them, trying to work out what's going on with them. And I'm happy to be sat here shining a light on it, to be honest, because... you know, maybe you're feeling quite a lot of shame over this behaviour, but it makes total sense given the energies I'm looking at. Something snapped and there's fucking splinters everywhere. And you don't want those splinters. They're uncomfortable. You want answers. It's all about the pursuit for answers. Well, no, it's not. It's about the other things that I've already said. And anyway, you're going to get them, Pisces. You'll be reassured to know. And maybe as we unfold these energies, we might see how you get your clarity and your answers, but you're going to get them. Part of what you are seeking up here in a not the most healthy way, let's be honest, but I'm not going to shame you for it. Why? How do you think I can translate these energies, Pisces, right? I always tell on myself in these readings. You're not alone. I want people to know they're not alone though, so I'm fine with that. People can say or do what they like about it. I don't give a shit. Part of what you are seeking here, you're going to get it, so that's good. Strength. It's everything I've just been banging on about, really. It's everything I just said, like, just treating yourself with compassion and understanding. And actually, because part of you might be like, right, I've got to stop this behaviour. I've got to bust out my willpower. I want to say chariot. I want to bust out my chariot energy. It's not enough on its own. There has to be some sort of underlying understanding of why you're doing this behaviour, recognising your own needs that you don't feel are being met, that you're trying to meet in not the best way, but you're human. All of that is the strength card, because it's a gentle strength, it's a self-aware strength, it's a strength that comes from self-understanding, and that's the type of energy that you need to bring to the table to unloop yourself, which I tentatively see you doing in the future. So it's good. Spirit's throwing up some good shit for us today, Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon, by the way. Pisces moon, Virgo sun. Yeah, I know. It's tough times. Anything else about this Six of Pentacles reversed? Oh, well, what did we say? And it's come out in reverse. We saw his face already, and I gave you the whole spiel about what Page of Pentacles can mean to me in these situations. Someone wasn't giving you enough. There was some imbalance. Maybe it was you that wasn't giving enough. I don't know. Maybe you had very good reasons. Maybe they had very good reasons. But whatever happened, this beautiful flow of energy became interrupted, became stunted, because someone felt they could only give as much as a page can give. They may have not been the most mature person, perhaps, but yeah. It's the type of energy that, let me just get one. Should I just get one more card on this person for you so that you know it's your reading? Because I feel someone wasn't giving you what you wanted, or alright. Give me one more card for this person that showed up in Pisces reading. That's a Page of Pentacles. Give me one more. Oh, okay, two. A reverse Death and a reverse Nine of Pentacles. I think they're finding the break as hard to deal with as you, actually. Death. Reverse Nine of Pentacles. I'm not saying they were selfish. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and characterize someone else based on 2-3 cards. You may feel they was being selfish. Nines reversed. Really, whatever the suits can feel quite selfish to me. I mean, in its upright form, this is quite a nice energy. It's not dissimilar to the Queen of Pentacles. It's independent. It's relaxed. It's comfortable. It's not a bad energy to embrace at all. To be with someone, it's like, you know, you can, if you're, because it is an independent energy, but if you're in a relationship and you're in this energy, it kind of bodes well, because it means you're maintaining your sense of self within that partnership or whatever it is. It's in reverse. Oh God, They felt like they were losing themselves, I think. Or maybe I'm speaking of your energy, Pisces. Just tweak, reverse the energies as it applies. They felt they were losing themselves. It happens with Six of Cups bonds all the time. And that's why they could only give you a Page of Pentacles. They felt their sense of independence was being lost within this whole thing. So they started only being able to give you a page. And then this flow of energy got disrupted, and yeah. And it feels like there was a break because I just keep coming back to these splinters. That could be some sort of synchronicity for you. I don't know, some sort of literal synchronicity for you that the universe is just having a bit of a wink at you with. But I just keep seeing a kind of a snapped wooden ruler over and over again, and there's just all these splinters on each side. Oh, wasn't a clean break. I don't think it was full of venom or anger or hatred. It just wasn't a clean break. All right, King of Wands. You could be dealing with a Leo, I've got to say it, because we've got Strength, Sun and King of Wands out. Not that I tend to put astrological signs onto court cards. I tend not to, however, it's just that we've got this out twice. Also, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, by the way. But that's just by the by, that's just extra confirmation. Or a Capricorn. But Leo energy is coming through very strong. I've got 2 major arcana Leo cards and the King of Wands. Which if I had to assign a star sign to the King of Wands, it would be Leo. But it's not, I don't really like, it's not really my thing, because, yeah, it just isn't. Alright, tell me more about this King of Wands. 4 of Pentacles, we've already got the 4 of Pentacles out. Ten of Cups. Oh, Pisces. You really thought this person could have been your Ten of Cups, eh? Reverse wheel. Of the deck. 2 tens. 1 in reverse, 1 upright. You're finding it hard to let go of the fairy tale, put bluntly. I don't know. You may not see it as a fairy tale. There's within this Ten of Cups cards here, you know, that's kind of like relationship goals, you know. It's, oh, it is beautiful. It's, I mean, let me let you have a closer look at it. I guess there's just a really happy couple depicted, isn't it? And it's sort of a happy family feel to it, and that rainbow, and, you know, you may have had some sort of vision for the future with this person, where you sort of had a happy family situation together. But it's also about, you know, it's cups. It is about that emotional harmony. You know, if you've got that 3 of Cups, if you've got that Knight of Cups, if you've got that 6 of Cups all in their upright forms, then yes, there's always the hope that it will grow into this emotional harmony. The 4 of Pentacles next to it sort of tells me you're finding it hard to let go of that idea of having that. And there's a bit of a sense of illusion about it, though, I have to be honest. There's a bit of a sense of illusion about it. And the idea of letting it go just feels massive. It feels like a dramatic change to not have that vision in your mind anymore, and it's like this Ten of Cups dream or vision, which, you know, you may have acknowledged in the past did have a certain degree of fantasy to it, because it's thinking about the future. I think any time you think about the future, there's going to be some fantasy involved. It's not like you're, you know, it's not like you're going to be absolutely correct about everything, but at least previously it felt it had some basis in reality. And now thinking about that future feels like it has no basis in reality for you, but yet you're still finding it hard to let go of that vision, or that want, that long-term want. Yeah, and so that's why the wheel has come out. It came out in reverse to kind of tell you that it feels like a big deal to let go of that. It feels like a massive change to let go of that. And it's come out, the Four of Pentacles, this hanging on to it energy has come out twice now for you. Once upright, once in reverse. So in the centre of your reading, with it being reversed, I do see you more letting go of that energy. Maybe that's what we can ask. Let's clarify and ask that. How can Pisces let go of that? Let's see if we get anything we might not. I can't guarantee it, because you know it's got a devil attached to it, which is certain patterns of behaviour that are hard to let go of. So it's already in reverse. That's kind of good. So let's just ask the question: how can Pisces let go of this dream? How can Pisces let go of this dream, this fantasy? A reverse Six of Cups again. Oh, Pisces, I feel for you. I do. Justice. Justice. Yeah, okay. The Justice card is feeling very realistic. It's feeling like a friend who says but quite a lot. So this Six of Cups in reverse, it feels nostalgic, right? Dreamy, nostalgic, bit of rose tinted glasses. Acknowledge that you're doing that. If you are, if it resonates, if it doesn't, fine. You don't have to watch. But then the Justice card comes along and is like, yeah, but realistically, it's like a friend sort of saying to you, yeah, but Pisces, that's not really how it was, is it? You know? Like you're thinking of all the good times, all the good things, and then Justice comes along and is like, not unkind with it, but kind of like truthful, realistic. Pisces, they didn't really treat you all that well though, did they? Sort of thing. But you know, this is the reality of the situation. This is the sword of truth. Yeah, it makes sense as an energy to kind of counteract this nostalgia. Not that I'm having a go at you for indulging in that or anything like that, but what's coming up in your reading is the idea that letting go of this is going to serve you. So yeah, that Justice energy makes sense. Fool just showed its face. How, any other advice for Pisces sort of letting go of the fantasy here? Hanged Man reverse. Show you it upright. Yeah, this is having a bit of a realization here, actually. It's a different perspective. It's changing your perspective, shifting your perspective. It does feel a bit stuck though. Yeah, I think Spirit's kind of saying to you, well, you're stuck on this one perspective, aren't you? There's new perspectives, and when they come in, they're going to help free you, I think. But I think it's this Justice energy that's going to help you embrace these new perspectives. This just feels realistic. And also I feel like it's bringing you into the present, this Justice card. Because that Six of Cups is a bit like living in the past. And then this Justice card is sort of saying to you, yeah, but what's in front of your eyes now, Pisces, you know? What's actually going on now? What are this person's actions that you're bigging up in the past? What are their current actions? You know, what do you currently have to work with this person? I suspect not a lot. I think part of your discomfort though comes from, with this Hanged Man, because there's just not a clean break here. I just can't, I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing a clean break here. I don't know how this whole thing's manifesting in the 3D. I don't know. If you may be talking to one another, you may not be talking to one another. There's not much indication that you are, but then there's not much indication of like a complete break, a complete silence. That's why this Hanged Man's energies come out. It feels literally like stuff's been left hanging. Stuff feels very stuck. So of course it's hard for you to let go of, my loves, because it doesn't feel ended, it feels suspended, and it's like, oh, yeah, that makes it hard. So I'm going to ask how to get this Hanged Man energy upright for you. That's what I'm going to quickly do before we move on to the Devil. 50 minutes, I do bang on. I hope you made yourself a cup of tea. Because it feels stuck in reverse, and to me the Hanged Man upright actually feels better, and I don't know if most readers are like that, but that's the way it is for me. So how can Pisces get this Hanged Man upright, please? Well, maybe I've said enough. Oh gosh, 2 more cards, 3 more cards. 3 of Wands, the Devil again, and the Tower. Holy shit. You are anticipating, longing, waiting, aren't you? There's an energy with this 3 of Wands of anticipating, longing, waiting. Oh God, I don't know. It's so tough, Pisces. The Devil again. This person, you desire this person. You desire this person. I think, the Tower comes out when we really need to look at the core of the matter. That's it. You have to get right down to the core of the matter. I'm inclined to ask how. We're a bit short on time. It potentially is. Yeah, that's the thing with Hanged Man energy. I just don't think you have that much control over it. And I've said this before. I've dug and dug and dug under Hanged Man energy before to try and get it upright, and actually realised I'm asking the wrong question. And I've possibly done it here again. The Hanged Man energy, when it's stuck, it's sort of stuck, and it's a bit like quicksand. Well, actually, not that I know what it's like to be in quicksand, but what people say about quicksand, the more you move, the faster you sink. So it's almost like you need to keep still. And actually, like, it's almost like you'll just come out of this energy when you come out of it. And yes, that justice is good. Yes, embrace that justice. Yes, as much as possible, try and see the truth of what is in front of you. But if you're feeling very stuck, which I can see you would be, because things feel suspended in the most frustrating way, and there's these bloody splinters everywhere, and I'm so sorry you're going through this. And I can see you desire this person, you're longing for them, you're waiting for them. Waiting for them. Waiting for them. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't wait for anyone, and I'm just getting drawn back to this Queen of Pentacles energy. Once you get to the core of the matter, that waiting will disappear, and I think it is all about getting to the absolute core of it and doing the work on yourself that's necessary. I think you'll be prompted to do this work. I don't know, I feel like the universe is going to come and metaphorically offer you a hand out of this quicksand in a way that it's just going to happen, actually. It's just going to happen. You're just going to find yourself pulled out of this quicksand, and it's a case of just hanging in there until that happens. Okay, I'm going to leave your current energy at that. I'm not actually going to clarify that Devil. I've seen the Devil twice. There could well be 2 people in that Devil energy. I don't think it's just you. I don't think it is just you in that Devil energy. And sometimes that's what happens when we get repeat cards. It is because 2 people are in that energy, and I'm very much getting that sense now, but I'm not going to dig under their energy. I don't think it's just because we're so limited, I have to have a cut-off point for these readings, and I would rather focus on you and obviously they've made their own contribution to this dynamic, and it's a difficult dynamic, and yeah. They've got their own behaviour patterns, is what I'm saying, that have contributed to this whole thing. But you're best served by looking at your own behaviour patterns. Really, obviously in a way that takes theirs into account, because it just doesn't make sense otherwise. But I'm going to leave it there. We might get more on this person as we go on to this future line. Eight of Swords. Oh, it's tough energy. It's tough, it's tough, it's tough. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords energy for Pisces in the future, please. It's that Page of Swords again. Yeah. Yeah, it's looping and looping and looping. I'm just going to be repeating myself the way you are repeating yourself with your own thoughts and with your own Page of Swords behaviours if I go on about this again, because it's just taking me right back to this energy up here. It just makes perfect sense. There may be anything else. Let me just see. Anything else on this Eight of Swords? Ooh, High Priest, otherwise known as the Hierophant, came out in reverse. And that Three of Cups again. It's just being highlighted again that part of this looping behavior is this desire for connection. You may be dealing with a Taurus. There's a lesson in all of this, you know. There's a lesson in all of this. It's teaching you something. It's teaching you something valuable about yourself and your own needs. You can get out of this energy. The Page of Swords is upright, and it was reversed up there. The Three of Cups is upright. So I think because excuse me, when we have an Eight of Swords out, often see her blindfold, often we're not seeing something about the situation. I think potentially what you weren't seeing is what's at the root of this behaviour. This didn't desire to connect, because it's been thrown up again right next to the Page of Swords again, in the form of a lesson, High Priest. So it's taught you this. It's been a teacher. This whole situation has been a teacher, but you are your own teacher in this situation, Pisces. You just have to recognise the lessons, and I think you're beginning to do that. And yeah, I've got every faith in you, Pisces. But it's just really hammering home the point about what's at the root of this behaviour is a desire for connection, and a desire to sort of soothe a reverse Three of Cups as sort of loneliness or something like that. So yeah, it's okay, Pisces. It's okay. This type of energy is not uncommon. You're not a freak. You're just human. And you're obviously trying to improve the situation, else you wouldn't be watching tarot. So I think you're awesome. Death reverse. Anything else about this death reversed? What should we ask? Should we ask anything specific? I think we should ask how to get this death card upright, because that feels like more of an acceptance of an ending if it's upright. It's out twice, as is the Devil. You're both in a similar energy with regards to behaviour patterns and with regards to acceptance of the ending of this cycle. You know, you might be feeling like you're in a bit of a void. That often happens with the Death card, especially with the Hangman in reverse as well. Some sort of quicksand void. That's pleasant, isn't it? But if we get this energy upright, that would be more you moving out the void. But I wonder really if the answers we're going to get are going to be the same as getting out of this Hanged Man energy, really, in a way. It might just be a case of going with it until it's gone. time, basically. Not just time, but a sort of surrender. Yeah, it is sort of a surrender. Okay, tell me more about this death card, please, for Pisces. The Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands in reverse. Have we got enough nines? This is it. It's almost over. It's almost over. I'm telling you, it's almost over. The Nine of Wands, 2 nines. So in numerology, nines, well, tens are an ending, right? Tens are the ending. Nines are the nearly ending, right? Reverse, Nine of Wands. It's nearly over. I'm telling you, it's nearly over. You're going to get some relief soon. The relief might involve a bit of a short, sharp, intense shock. Kind of like medicine. It's kind of like medicine, like getting an injection or something, like medicine. And it's like, you know, that stab when the medicine goes in, it's going to hurt you, but then you're going to feel so much better. That's that Tower energy. And I don't exactly know how that's what that's going to be, but anything else about this reverse death? Anything else about this reverse? Ooh, there we go. A Five of Cups. Yeah, I mean, Five of Cups to me is minor arcana, manifestation of the death card energy. I'm actually quite happy to see it upright in a sense, which is odd, I know. It is accompanied by a bit of a feeling of regret. I think acknowledging that feeling of regret is going to help you. It's a feel it to heal it situation. You are nearly out of this quicksand. It's nearly over. I do believe this difficult period is nearly over, Pisces. I do. Queen of Swords reverse. Let's get under that quickly. This is you. Yeah, what we being a bit harsh on yourself, but we were talking about tempering this Queen of Swords, weren't we? Anything else on this reverse Queen of Swords? Quickly, please. Anything else on this reverse Queen of Swords for Pisces? Ooh. A reverse Ace of Pentacles. Oh, 2 new aces. You know, when we talk about the death card energy, it's about one door closing and another door opening. This cycling out of this energy, this getting out of this quicksand. Death isn't just death. Death is death and rebirth. And we do have 2 cards here that to me are representing that rebirth because they are aces. So, like I say, it's on its way out. I think you're over the worst of it. Well, in this future energy, you're over the worst of it. It's so nearly on its way out. You're so nearly out of this. Just keep on, keep treading water, I guess. I don't know. Anything else about this Queen of Swords in reverse? The Hermit. Okay. Yes, I much prefer the Hermit energy over this reverse Queen of Swords. That's the perfect way of tempering the energy that we spoke about when I first saw this Queen of Swords card. Because, yeah, you see the Hermit will look internally with wisdom, with compassion, with acceptance of how slow it can feel sometimes, because the Hermit energy is not fast. I think the Queen of Swords wants quick results, and the Queen of Swords, her way here of getting quick results is just to be quite horrible to herself, as in you are. If you're in this reverse energy, I feel like you're being quite horrible to yourself, and it's just you just want it over with. You want quick results. Well, no, not a quick fix in terms of cutting corners, but it's just like, I've had enough of myself. I've had enough of my own self. I'm sick of my own self. Whereas the Hermit's a bit, well, it's major arcana, so it trumps the Queen of Swords anyway. It's just a bit slower, a bit wiser, a bit nicer. I like it. I like it. in terms of being a bit gentler with yourself, but still being committed to growth and still being committed to cycling out, getting out the void a little bit, because the death card represents this void. It's like the in-between space where one thing's ending and one thing's starting. You know, this door's closed, this door's open, but you're in the middle. You're here, and here's a closed door, and here's an open door, but you're here, and this space can feel very uncomfortable. This is sort of the quicksand space. And the Hermit is like saying, it's all right, Pisces, you're okay in that space. Like, just take your time getting out of that space. The more you fight with yourself to get out of that space, the harder it's going to be. And know that new door is there for you. You've got 2 aces. It's like, I think first you're going to feel it mentally. First you're going to feel a mental shift towards this sort of new open door. It's going to happen. I can see it. Well, at the beginning I'm like, yeah, none of this is set in stone. And now I'm like, this is going to happen. The flow of the energies is very much pointing to you, like, getting out of this quicksand. It is. So, you know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say nothing's set in stone. It isn't. It isn't. You know, you could just embrace this devil energy tomorrow for all I know, and, you know, but certainly if you want to get out this quicksand, it's possible. If you want to stay in it, sure, you stay in it. You have free will. It feels to me like, yeah, what's going to come first is a bit of a mental shift, and then that's going to turn into a practical shift. All right. Anything else on this Ace of Swords before we go, please, for Pisces? Anything else on this Ace of Swords? Ooh. Oh, good. What a way to end your reading, Pisces. And I am going to end it there. Magician on the bottom of the deck, got no complaints about that either. Look, right at the beginning of your reading, we had a reverse Page of Swords, fucking obsessional fact-finding that was briefly giving you relief, you know, briefly giving you a dopamine hit, briefly gratifying you, not fully in this sun energy. And then you get this clarity, you get this relief, it's almost like a mental epiphany. That then makes its way into a more practical, solid, new way of doing things. And then the sun, come on, Pisces, you can get through this. Whatever the fuck is going on with you while you're in this quicksand, the exact details of this, whether it is a relationship or a job or whatever on earth it was, it's going to be okay. I believe. I do believe. These cards are fucking awesome. I've got every faith in you, Pisces. You just couldn't end this reading better with this Ace of Swords and this upright sun after all this context. And I can even just be quite negative about the sun, which is charming, isn't it? The happiest card in the deck. And I'm like, oh, well, I hope we've not got some instant gratification here. Even when it's in upright, I'll find a way to be cynical about it because I'm the Queen of Swords. And I don't like bullshit. And if the truth is painful, I'd still rather give you the truth than bullshit. But the truth here is just, I don't even think I'm getting these energies across to you the way I want to, because it's all absolutely beautiful. The way this situation turns around for you, the way it just feels quite peaceful. I don't know. It just feels like clarity, peace, and it's probably. And I suspect part of the clarity is going to come with an acceptance of not knowing what you can't know. That would be my suspicion with these energies. But let me know. You know, some of you may already be in this energy for all I know. It's hard to say. The timelines are tricky, but you could always bookmark the reading in some way, and then when this future pans out like this, let me know how you got your particular Ace of Swords, because it is coming on in for you, Pisces. I'm not normally so confident about what I see on future lines, especially in a collective reading, but this is stunning, beautiful energy, and I'm really happy to see it for you. I'm going to leave it there and not go on and on about how beautiful this is. Pisces, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for letting me pull cards for you. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. It will help me pick up on your energy for next time. Give the video a thumbs up if you appreciated it. It does help the algorithms and all that. Comment if you feel safe and if you see fit. And thank you so much. I will see you in 2 weeks for another in-depth reading. 2 weeks and a bit, probably, knowing me. All right, Pisces. Bye.